Here are the pros and cons to retiring in Delaware. Hi, my name is Mike Ridges. I've been a realtor in Delaware for 17 years, and I've helped lots of people relocate to Delaware for retirement reasons. If you have any questions about anything in this video or anything about Delaware in general, feel free to reach out to me. My number is right here. Delaware is a very attractive state to retire to. I've done lots of research for this video, as well as looked at lots of articles, lots of lists, and Delaware normally ranks towards the top, especially on the East Coast. Now, we will go over this later in the video, but one of the things I see most and the reason why Delaware ranks below some of the other states is based on climate. Some of the southern states, based on the fact that it's warm all year round, certainly helps. So let's start with the pros. Pros number one, Delaware is very tax friendly. There is no state sales tax. Therefore, all your goods and services, there's nothing taxed. This will save you money every day. There's also no tax on Social Security benefits. There are retirement income exemptions. Residents that are 60 and above can exclude large portions of their 401k or pensions from state tax. In Delaware, there is also no inheritance or estate tax. Therefore, if you wanted to leave land or a home to your heirs, whether it be kids or grandkids, it would be untaxed. And if you don't know, Delaware has one of the lowest property taxes in the country. In fact, we are 7th lowest with an average of $1,500 per year. Pro number two for moving to Delaware is that Delaware has a large number of great 55 and older communities. Of course, they are located all over the state. However, Southern Delaware has the most in areas like Rehoboth, Lewis, and Millsboro. Of course, these include low maintenance housing options, built-in social activities, and depending on the community, fitness center, pools, even golf courses. So these are a great way to build a social network for people that are out of town that really don't know anybody. The number three pro is a central mid-Atlantic location. Delaware is very central to Baltimore, Philadelphia, even New York. A lot of people that are retiring want to be around their family, so this will give you more of an opportunity to stay close to them, obviously if they live in these areas. But if they do live in these locations, you can be close to them while living in a more desirable location. What's also nice about the central location is its proximity to international airports. Depending on where you are in Delaware, you're either 45 to an hour and change away from Baltimore, or anywhere from 20 minutes to 2 hours from Philadelphia. The number four pro is Delaware's natural beauty and outdoor lifestyle. Delaware has lots of great beaches, golf courses, state parks. If you enjoy an outdoor lifestyle, there's plenty to do for you. And the number five pro is smaller, less congested communities. A lot of retirees come to Delaware for a more slow-paced life. There are more rural areas of Delaware for you to be kind of out there on your own, but have plenty of access to the amenities you need without all the traffic. All right, now it's time for the cons. Con number one is a higher than average cost of living. Delaware's cost of living is above the national average. However, it is lower than most of the states around us, namely Maryland, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and New York. But as I mentioned, the cost of living in Delaware is a little bit above the national average, mainly due to housing prices, which has gone up in the last couple of years. The number two con is a lack of healthcare options in rural areas. Delaware, we're a very small state. We have rural areas and we have very busy areas. Although Delaware is a small state, we have everything from busy lifestyle to rural areas. If you'd like to be in one of these rural areas, you might not have the healthcare you're looking for. However, Delaware being such a small state, it can't be more than a 30-minute drive to get to a hospital or to doctor's offices. In one of my past videos, I did discuss how neighborhoods are popping up everywhere in Delaware, especially in rural Sussex County. So with the increase in homes and population, we will get more hospitals, we will get more doctors, we will get more of these services that you're going to need. However, I will say there is plenty for you, but if you want to live out in the middle of nowhere, you might have to drive to find it. Number three con is smaller state, less variety. Again, being a small state, we might not have all the nightlife or cultural options you're looking for. Let's face it, if you're retired, you're probably not into the nightlife. But as I mentioned, depending on where you are in Delaware, you're still close to Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York, if you like to partake in the things that they have. The number four con is weather. Yes, weather. I'm sure you realize this, Delaware is mid-Atlantic, so therefore you're going to get all four seasons. It's cold in the winter and it's hot in the summer. From what I've seen, Delaware is often ranked below some southern states, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, in terms of retirement options, but often because retirees are looking for more consistently warm weather. So if you don't mind the winter, Delaware is a great state to retire. The number five con is limited public transportation. Now, we don't have any kind of subway, obviously, and no taxis, but we certainly have busing, Uber, and Lyft for you to take advantage of if you should need transportation, as well as medical transportation if you require that. So there it is, 5 pros and 5 cons to retiring to Delaware. As you can see, it's very tax friendly. There's a lot of good to it. Not a lot of bad. Obviously, for a pros and cons list, I wanted to give you some bad, but a lot of this stuff is going to be true with every state, right? There's going to be pluses, minuses to it. But again, Delaware is a very popular state to retire to. There are lots of people coming here every year from New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. So I hope this helped if you're thinking about retiring to Delaware. As I mentioned, if you have any questions about any of this stuff that you learned in this video or anything Delaware related, I'm your guy. Here's my number. Here's my email address. And if you want to see more Delaware content, make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments what you'd like to learn more about. Hope to see you next time. Take care.